There are a lot of things in my camera kit that need a cable. I need power for my camera, audio, follow focus, and monitor, trigger recording for my side handle and Ronin, HDMI cables for monitoring and raw recording, various lengths of USB-C if I need to power something external to my kit for long periods of time, and a surplus of backup cables in case of failure. The standard way of storing all of these cables are in zip-up or Velcro bags. I have some like this mounted to the top of my camera case, as I'm sure some of you do as well. What I don't like about these is that you end up lumping quite a lot of cables together. All the cables for my main rig go in one bag, then accessory cables in another, HDMI in another, and so on. And there are a million ways to organize these to your taste. But I don't need access to every cable all the time, especially in videography work where my camera rig is constantly changing. Sometimes I don't need V-mount power, or I don't need access to a shotgun mic, so handling those cables just becomes a waste of time. I wanted a way to have the cables that I always reach for be accessible without wasting case space or potentially damaging them in transport. And this is what I came up with. It is a tiny magnetic top and base section that can clamp together to securely hold one cable in place. I have glued 4 of them into my hard case, which hold my main USB-C power cable, my side handle trigger cable, a USB-C to A cable, and my Ronin trigger C to C, which doubles as an additional power cable. They're strong enough to not fall apart when traveling with my camera case, and the magnetic base lets me utilize them in other spaces, like cable managing my storage rack, or holding power cables to small LED lights in houses without relying on gaffer tape. They're fitted for standard 8mm rare earth magnets. Just use a little bit of epoxy glue to set them in place and make sure the magnets are facing the right way, because you don't want a clamp that rejects itself. To secure them to the top of my case, I've just used a bit of hot glue along the base. I tried using magnetic adhesive strips, but it simply wasn't strong enough to hold them during transport. The file is free to download and available on my website, which you can find a link to in the description below. I'm also working on a cable holder that secures onto a camera cage using a 1/4" screw, mainly to hold XLR cables in place. It's not quite ready yet, but if it looks like something that you might benefit from, I will put a download link for it on the website as well. That's all from me. I hope this helps, and I'll see you later.